Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only PDawgKnight.
Alrighty then. Yeah, I know. I hope you're all having a good morning. I am sort of, but let's find out. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as PDawgKnight on the internet, on this truncated version of the Morning Night Live. It is Thursday, the 30th of October, 2025. Halloween Eve, the day before Halloween. Tomorrow is Halloween. That's all trending today on X because everyone's excited for Halloween, which I got to go buy candy today. I just remembered that because we are that house. We're the house that the kids love to go to. We usually have a little fire pit going and got the candy full-size candy bars and Snickers bars and Twix, and we just let the kids go wild. I spend way too much on Halloween candy and we get about 100 kids at our house every year because we have a neighborhood full of kids. So that's kind of fun. Let's see. Oh, AD already dropping bombs in the tip jar. Thank you. You are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Dropping a small bullet in the tip jar. 223 says, have you seen that Lance Twig, the Kirk shooter's boyfriend, has vanished? Apparently telling someone concerned that something bad happened to them, not to worry about it, that they are now trans corporal and identity as unseen is somewhat transphobic. What? Wait, I'm trying to read this sentence, but it's not. There's no sentence structure. The hell did you just write here? Have you seen that last tweet? Apparently telling someone concerned that something bad happened to that person, and not to worry about it. That they are now trans corporeal and identity as unseen is somehow transphobic. Oh, okay. Now, it took me a minute. Maybe it's just me and my reading comprehension. But anyway, no, I did not see that. Haven't really paid attention to it, but I'm sure it's somewhere in the news. I didn't even look at the aggregator today. So yeah, there's a lot of crap going on though, because, Anyway, first in chat today, would be our good friend Midnight. Beat everybody here. What's up, girl? Go! Oh, by the way, did I say it? I did say you were the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Avocados Diabli. Also, good morning to Jay Blizza. JB's in the house. Avocados Diabli again. I'll give you another one. Good morning, Ms. Wild Wolf. Gunfox61, the amazing administrator of the PDawgKnight Discord server. And, Gunfox, can you put the link in the chat so Ms. Wildwolf can get to the Discord server? I think my old link doesn't work. Also, Sure You Gospel, what's up? Now, Carfala, I don't see, I got the ats, and so I'm not sure if that's the right name that I'm supposed to be calling you, because I never look at the ads. I always see the names, and for some reason, I'm not getting names, and I want names, but I'm not getting them, and it's really annoying the shit out of me. I don't know if there's a way I can change that either in Streamlabs. I have no idea. Anyway, also good morning. Louis in the house. Louis. Oh, no. And my other favorite Canadian, unacceptable views. Who else is here? I'm trying to figure that out. Johnny Boomer Tech, he's always here. Green Badger Outdoors. The Pope is here. Pope Tyrannius III. The epic Lich. See what I did there? And with today's message of hope, blessing of the divine dead, today it is raining. But tomorrow it will be bright and sunny. Life is like that. Bad times before the good times. Push through the bad to enjoy and embrace the good. Thank you for the daily message of hope. Also, good morning to my favorite Canadian, Jaeger Pony. Man, mischievous moist. Josh. There's a name when the ats go away someday. I'll be able to figure it out. But yeah, that moist word always gets me. Who else is here? Doggy Punch Bandit, the greatest name in the history of the internet. That's about everybody. That's everybody. That's close enough. Close enough. There are 16 people here. Is that right? Or are there more than that? Only 6 likes, though. Come on, people. Everyone but Avocados Diablo. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. I know it's early and I just clicked on it, just got here, whatever. Hit the damn like button and share the stream if you can. It's up out there on the, up the top there. Now, or you can do it, hit the arrow. I missed Mischievous Moist Josh. No, I didn't. I talked about the word moist. I just did. Didn't I? Oh, wait. Did I do that wrong? No, I said mischievous moist Josh. I'm like, yeah, that moist word's got to go. So anyway, yeah. So let's start with the news because I hate being this late. I didn't even get home until what 8 or 9:15. It takes me a while to set everything up and whatever. And I don't set it up the night before because I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I try to get the most, the news that happens if I can. And so sometimes you just got to set up right during the show. Anyway, because then I decide what I'm going to name the show and all that stuff. I should do some of that the night before. But even though the thumbnail, I have to adjust the thumbnail to fit the clothes that I'm wearing. So, Anyway, thanks to people sharing the show. I greatly appreciate it, as always. And that, oh, wait, what did I do here? Where is it? Notifications. Okay, there we go. Is that today's? Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. No, that's yesterday's. What's the 18 hours. Where's the new ones? Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you, Miss Wild Wolf, sharing the stream as on her own, with her own initiative, which is awesome. Also retweeting mine and then giving us the little kid in the car, cute kid in the car saying, "Let's go!" Sunglasses. I used to drive like that. It almost got me in trouble once. I almost scared myself. Thank you, Tyre Alexander and Sure You Gospel for retweeting the show also. And Tyre with the daily woo from Ric Flair. We got that, the Ric Flair woo, because we're here. We're get used to it. Green Badger Outdoors with a message from Mark Twain. In the first place, God made idiots. That was for practice. Then he made school boards. Oh, that's funny. I'm going to guess that may not be a fully accurate quote from Mark Twain, or it might be. I don't know. We never know. 96% of the statistics on the internet are made up, and same with quotes. But it is funny that he might have said that. Oh, Mitch Nemo retweeted the show or said like the show. Okay, we're good. That's good. I'm pretty sure that is not accurate. Well, no. I'm not going to assume, even though it's likely not, but it's pretty damn funny. Also, good morning, what's Yash? Yo, shit, the machine, the macabre. Who is that? I don't know. See, because I'm getting your names instead of the name that you make yourself. But welcome to the show. If you're new or if you're not new, welcome back. So there you go. Yoshi the macabre, or the macabre, which is not how you pronounce it. But anyway, okay. And and Hurricane Frenzy. We're getting some faces that I don't see that often. That's awesome. Or is that Tyler F? No, that's not. That's I don't know. The names drive me nuts because you can't tell. Okay, let's what do we got here? Let's get some news. As you know, it is the day before Halloween and everyone's excited for Halloween. Happy Halloween's Eve. One day until Halloween 2025. Are you ready for the best day of the year? I thought that was Tyler F. That's your Abby. Well, it's not the name change. It's just that your Abby is your name is showing up instead of your name. Because I don't know why. I don't know how to fix that. I wish I knew how to fix that. Is that something that YouTube just started doing? Anyway, and also and Happy Halloween's Italian Ghost. There you go. Here's some costume ideas. Now I want to scroll slowly because you never know. Some of these ladies get a little excited and wear these little sexy Halloween costumes, and I don't want to, oh shit. That's funny. Is that wait a minute. These are kids being scared by Halloween displays. Let's see how this goes. If there's music, I gotta mute it though. Hang on. Oh, oh Lord. Oh shit, that's scary. Oh shit. Oh no, no, that's so wrong. These are good. I always like, you know what? I always like it better when it's some old lady that's standing there and it just scares the crap out of him. But I don't want him to get hurt. Hi, Darren Root. How you doing? But anyway, this is some funny shit. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna keep watching it.
Step on it.
That's some good entertainment. It's all fun and game until someone has a heart attack. Then it's hilarious. Yeah, true. We don't want anyone. We don't want people dying because your Halloween stuff. But that was some funny shit. All right, moving on. Also, tomorrow's Halloween's trending. Let me find one for AD because that I can put on without firing up the YouTube gods. There, it's surprisingly enough, there's not a lot of sexy costumes. Oh, good Lord. What the fuck is this? Sorry, did I swear? Who thought of this costume? Who thought this was a good idea? Oh, that's nasty. I shouldn't put it on the screen too long. That's nasty. Hello, Selected Boy. How you doing?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, wait, I can't scroll until I turn it off. Oh, here's one for AD. Let's turn that music off though. Okay, this one. I mean, this is for AD because I have to have eye candy every day because otherwise he goes into sugar shock or something. So there you go. There's now that's obviously AI, but it's a very attractive witch. Witch, please. Hello, TC. What's up? Moist Tree Rat. Another moist. That whole moist thing really gets to me. All right, let's move on. Today is also National Candy Corn Day. Oh, yeah. All right, in the chat, who likes candy corn and who does not like candy corn? And you either put like or don't like in the chat. October 31st, National Candy Corn Day, National Wicked Day, National Publicist Day, National Speak Up for Service Day. What else here? Also, other holidays. It's National Treat Your Pet Day, Haunted Refrigerator Night. Now, I've never heard of that one. Have anyone ever heard of Haunted Refrigerator Night? Lots of don't likes. It's funny because I don't necessarily like candy corn, but I will eat it. For some reason, I will eat candy corn. Hello, Resolute Germ, by the way. Candy corn is the devil. Josh likes candy corn. Way to go. Lots of don't likes, though. Most people don't. I don't even know why they still make it, because most people hate it. And I just, I'll eat it if it's there, but I'm never going to buy it for myself. I don't hate it, but it's just, it's just pure sugar. Haunted Refrigerator Night. Oh, I've never heard of that one. Go put a nasty, scary pumpkin in your refrigerator. Do a poll. Okay, we'll do a poll. Do a poll on let's see, national poll. We'll say, let's see. Okay, I'm going to put candy corn, and it'll be yay or hell nay. All right, there you go. There's your poll on candy corn. There's your poll on candy corn. Do you like candy corn? Yay or hell nay. All right. And also National Mischief Night. This is when you toilet paper someone's house so they have to clean it up after Halloween. Hello, Green Badger Outdoors. And National Text Your Ex Day. Who thought of that shit? You do it just before Halloween. That's brilliant. National Checklist Day. You need a checklist. And then then one last one. And these are the ones I hate. I don't have it on the screen yet for a reason. Because when you see it, you're going to go, who the flippity flip flapping and flabber thought of this? It is National Create a Great Funeral Day. Who thought of that shit? Create a Great Funeral Day? Is this like a plan ahead thing? Like, enough said. I'm not gonna comment on that. How are we doing on the candy corn? 53% yays? I am shocked. I would have thought it'd be at least 80 to 90% nay. I didn't think anybody liked candy corn. Okay, all right. Anyway. All right, let's move on. Celebrity birthday today. Grace Slick of the Jefferson Airplane is 86 years old today. One of the great, she's pretty legendary. You know, she's a legendary vocalist for the Jefferson Airplane. You know, Somebody to Love and all the, you know, look, the Jefferson Airplane went through a couple iterations that you like kind of scratch your head after a while, because they started out as kind of this just really edgy kind of, you know, they were the counterculture band, right? And not super hard rock, but just, you know, it was counterculture. And then in the 80s they turned into this gooey, chewy pop band with stupid songs that just made you go, holy shit. But anyway, Grace Slick was pretty, you know, kind of the icon of the group. No, I mean, who can, maybe if you can name any other band members' names from the Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship, Jefferson Starship. And they had one name in there in between that I can't even remember, because they had a really stupid name for a short period of time, but then they went back to like Jefferson Starship and then Starship. What's the guy's lead singer's name when they started doing the bubblegum pop shit? Anyone know? Because it's not the same guy that started. It's not this guy. It was a different guy. His hair got all curly and shit, and he grew a porn stash. Anybody? Anyone know his name? Jeff. No, I don't think it was Jeff. Anyway, happy birthday, Grace Slick, legendary Rock and Roll Hall of Fame singer and rock and roll icon. Mike Hunt. I don't think it was that. Okay, other things in the news. Chipotle's in the news. Apparently Chipotle, their stock plunged 15% after Q3 revenues missed and sales outlook cut. Apparently, Lindsay, what's up? Nice to have you in the chat. Hotep Dutch, what's up? Nice to see some faces that don't get here as often as I'd like to see them. I appreciate you being here. Chipotle apparently is having problems. And part of it is because they've made some changes at Chipotle that kind of suck. And also, I don't know, maybe it's the economy too, but here's a good summary of this. The consumer has money, but the consumer refuses to give it to Chipotle anymore. That's part of the problem. Nah, Chipotle is the one pulling. Let's see, what's this replying to? Hang on a second here. Here it is. Breaking. Chipotle stock, CMG, collapses nearly 15% as the company says that younger diners are pulling back. To which this person says, no, now Chipotle is the one pulling back. Decreased customer service, decreased serving sizes, increased costs. Used to eat there like once a week for years. Now I went like 3 times in the last 3 years and has been generally unsatisfied every time. to this person said, gone, not went, whatever. So yeah, Chipotle's having trouble. I don't know if that's indicative of every place in the planet, but yeah. Someone says the golden age of Chipotle is difficult to explain. It was literally the best bang for the buck in the United States, destroyed by greed and chasing shareholders over customers. That could be, yeah, because their prices went up and the quality's not as great, and it's just, you know, you can only eat so many bowls. Hello, Midnight in Exile. Good morning. Nice to have you here. So anyway, all right, let's move on here. Leonard Holmes. Apparently, this is a viral video of this tiny home. Anyone, you're familiar with the tiny homes, right? These little like homes that are like 400 square feet, you know. And apparently, Leonard, the big ass, you know, building company, Qdoba as far as superior. Is it? I think I've had a Qdoba once. There's, in fact, where I live, there's a Qdoba over there and there's a Chipotle over there, and I haven't been to either of them in years. You know what I mean? Marty Balin was the airplane. Was Airplane Mickey Thomas was Starship. Thank you, Lindsay. I was wondering about that. Yeah, Mickey Thomas, Thompson or Thomas, Mickey Thomas. When they were, we built this city. No, that stupid song. And look, I say it's a stupid song. But back when it came out, it was a catchy tune. It was. I mean, it was catchy. The better song they had though was Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. That song was pretty good. But we built the city. It was catchy, but then you're like, this is the dumbest freaking song I've ever heard. So anyway, okay, back to the tiny homes. Leonard Holmes has a 661 square foot Henley tiny home in Texas, and it drew mixed reactions. Leonard Holmes is offering the Henley, a 661 square foot single family home in Princeton, Texas, Tillage Farms community, starting at $169,000. $170,000 for a 661 square foot home. Yeah, Grace Slick was kind of nuts. She was. Especially when she was drugged out. Then, like in the 80s, though, when the Mickey Thomas airplane or Starship era, she kind of got her marbles back a little bit. Anyway, back to this tiny home, because we're going to watch the video on this. Anyway, it's this in this Texas Tillage Village, starting at $170,000 plus $495 annual homeowners association fees. So they got a little neighborhood with a bunch of tiny ass homes, targeting first-time buyers and downsizers amid high housing costs. A video tour shared on X that sparked criticism of the compact design suitability for families. Well, look, I don't think the tiny homes are built for families. They're not built for families. They're built for single people or couples, not families. But anyway, we're going to watch the video in a second. Some user calling it inadequate, while supporters praise it as an affordable entry into home ownership compared to urban markets. Additional concerns include potential investor purchases for short-term rentals. Yeah, because all the fucking what midnight? What? Why are you screaming at me? What am I missing? We built this chippy on sausage rolls. Okay. Anyway, here's the video on this house. This basically $170,000. Is this the right one? Yeah, this is it. Why isn't this here?
If you ever wonder what it would be like to live in a tiny home, check out the Henley by Leonard Holmes here in Princeton, Texas. As soon as you step in, you're greeted by open and bright spaces. You got your full kitchen with full stainless steel appliances. There's a nook under the stairs.
Oh, a nook. Oh, we got a nook.
On the main level, you have
coffee
your
bar, a shitter in a bedroom.
Equipped bathroom.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Hang on. Let me go back to this bedroom. Okay, wait a minute. Because they went through the bedroom.
Stairs, perfect for
that's the bedroom. I don't have a bed that'll fit in that room. You can barely fit a twin bed in that room. Now, if you're single, you might be able to do this. Be better than having an apartment. But yeah, I mean, and look, I'm not against tiny homes. I think you know, lady boomers should think of that. It's like a railroad car. Is that what you're saying? I heard a lot about Leonard Homes, all bad. Yeah, they're building a townhouse complex, a rental townhouse complex near me. And it's funny because there's this giant piece of land where I live that used to be owned by Thomson Reuters, the big, you know, law book company. And they sold the land, and now they're building a huge, I mean, an enormous Amazon like warehouse production center. It's like 8 stories tall. All the stories are like, you know, 20 feet ceiling. So it's like huge, tall building, and it's millions of square feet they're building, right? And so they have that on here, and down here below it on another street, they're building these rental townhomes. Leonard is renting. So basically, if you live on the edge of the townhome complex, you get to look out and see this enormous Amazon building with all their trucks coming in and shit. I don't even understand it. But anyway, back to this tiny home. I'm wasting a lot of time here.
Bar on the main level, you have your
so
bedroom.
There's the shitter and a tiny little shower. I wouldn't even fit in that shower. Well, I'd fit in it, but it would be it's tough to take a bath in a tiny shower like that for me. Because, you know, sometimes you got to soap up without the water flowing on you. But anyway.
Bathroom. Also in the back here, you can put your washer and dryer.
Where's the place? I do like that. No, I do like that. You have the washer dry right there off your bedroom. You know, I kind of like that. But my king side bed didn't fit in that bedroom. Okay, here we go.
Has everything you could possibly need. As we make our way upstairs,
let's see what's upstairs.
The kitchen and the dining area.
Is this the party room?
Here we going up
or is it another bedroom?
And we'll find a loft space.
Oh, a loft.
For a couch, living area, and here in the back we have an office space for you to do your work. Also, the second level is a full bathroom.
And another shitter upstairs.
In case you have visitors over and you don't want them to use your...
And you can put a hide-a-bed up there so you could have a guest over. Or you could make the whole upstairs your bedroom and make the lower bedroom a whatever. But did you happen... Now, anyone notice a closet? Anybody? Musk is selling tiny houses for $11K. Is he? I don't know. But this is $170,000 for this?
Main bathroom. You can see it has everything they could possibly need. A shower, your water heater. And this is your fully fenced backyard.
Oh, good Lord. $170,000 for that house, plus a $450 a year homeowners association fee, where you have some Karen pissed off that your grass is 1 inch too long. Holy shit. The acoustics must be amazing. Yeah, I don't know. You know, look, there's probably use for it, and I know that tiny homes are all the rage, at least in some circles, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm because Lady Boomer and I are looking at downsizing because our house is just too damn big for me and her. But we also have too much stuff to put into another house, so we got to get rid of a lot of stuff, and then we're gonna move into a smaller house. But I don't know if I could live in one of those. I just don't know. That's if you're single, maybe in New York City, that'd be a cheap way to go. Although in New York City, that'd probably be $1 million and $1,500 a month or year association fee. But whatever. That's interesting. All right, enough of that. $100K for 15,000 worth of materials. Yeah, pretty much. And no, it says starting at $100K. This particular one is $169,999. So $170,000 for that tiny home. Which, by the way, that tiny little home is, let's see, 1/3. About 1/4 of the size. No, about 1/3 of the size of my first home that we bought for like $69,000 back in, was it 60 or 160? No, it was 60. It was no 80. I'm sorry, $89,000 that we bought back in 1993. Ours was 3 times larger than that. Although that home just sold again. Our old home sold for like $340,000. So whatever. Anyway, so there you go. There's the tiny home that everyone's yapping about. Let's see. Moving on. President Xi is trending from China.
China is asshole.
Apparently, I guess Trump was over in Asia and he met with President Xi from China. Someone here says the biggest difference between President Trump and Xi, one has Elon Musk and the other doesn't. If China had its own Elon Musk, they'd be leading the world in AI and robotics by a wide margin. But the truth is, the U.S. leads because of Elon Musk. I don't know. I think you'd be surprised how much technology China has. Now, granted, it's, for a very relatively small number of people, but apparently they met over in China. I don't know what happened. Caroline Levitt wrote this. President Trump is returning home from a historic trip to Asia that resulted in more peace deals, trade deals, and investment pouring into our country. The trip concluded with a highly productive meeting and positive meeting with President Xi of China. China
is asshole.
Trump fiercely advocated for America's farmers, America's businesses, American consumers, and every American impacted by the fentanyl crisis. And he delivered huge results. Gone are the days of having a president who apologizes for America. President Trump proudly stands up for America, and he always will. Peace through strength is back. He met with Winnie the Pooh. Hello, Blue-Eyed Scream. Did I already say hi to you? I don't know. Anyway, here's Trump posted. Now, again, Trump is Mr. Hyperbole, so I'm gonna take it just how he writes it, and then everyone else, Democrats will all bitch about it. It says, I had a truly great meeting with President Xi of China. There is enormous respect between our two countries, and that will only be enhanced with what just took place. We agreed on many things, with others, even of high importance, being very close to resolved. I was extremely honored by the fact that President Xi authorized China to begin the purchase of massive amounts of soybeans. Well, yeah, because they ended all soybean production. I'm sorry. They ended all soybean purchases for a while because they were mad. Let's see. Massive amounts of soybeans, sorghum, and other farm products. Our farmers will be very happy. In fact, as I said once before during my administration, farmers should immediately go out and buy more land and larger tractors. Like, let's see, this is Trump's hyperbole. In fact, as I said once before during my first administration, farmers should be. I would like to thank President Xi for this. Additionally, China has agreed to continue the flow of rare earth, critical minerals, magnets, etc., openly and freely. Very significantly, China has strongly stated they will work diligently with us to stop the flow of fentanyl into our country. They will help us end the fentanyl crisis. China also agreed that they will begin the process of purchasing American energy. In fact, a very large-scale transaction may take place concerning the purchase of oil and gas from the great state of Alaska. Chris Wright, Doug Burgum, and our respective energy teams will be meeting to see if such energy deal can be worked out. The agreements reached today will deliver prosperity and security to millions of Americans. After this historic trip to Asia, I am now heading back to Washington, D.C. and want to thank the great countries of Malaysia, Japan, and South Korea for being so generous, gracious, and hospitable. Also, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. Now, who were at the dinner last night, hosted by His Excellency Li Jae-myung. Hundreds of billions of dollars are being brought into our country because of them. Our nation is strong, respected, and admired again. This is the best is yet to come. So very optimistic Trump. He's always Mr. Optimistic. He's always selling. And that's what some people like about him. That's what some people hate about him, but whatever. Here's a picture of here's the dinner, I guess. Breaking Chinese President Xi tells the world President Trump is the president of peace. Oh, what? Mr. President, you care a lot about world peace. I appreciate your great contribution to the Gaza ceasefire. The entire world respects President Trump's peace efforts. Okay, is there a translator here saying this for them? Let's see what he says.
Mr. President, you care a lot about world peace. And you are very enthusiastic about settling various regional hotspot issues. I appreciate your great contribution to the recent conclusion of the Gaza ceasefire agreement. During your visit to Malaysia, you witnessed the signing of the Joint Declaration on Peace along the Cambodia-Thailand border, to which you had provided input. China has been helping in our own way Cambodia and Thailand properly settle their border disputes, and we have also been promoting peace talks to resolve other hotspot issues. Mr. President,
Okay.
you care.
So that's the part that they showed on Fox. Let's see. Now, one of my favorite senators, one of my favorites, John. Oh, that's not John Kennedy. I thought, is that Kennedy? Oh, yeah. President Xi is convinced that China is in ascendancy while Americans are busy debating whether a man can breastfeed. We got to show them they're wrong. He's lost weight. That's why I didn't recognize him. Holy shit. Anyway.
I've been to China many times. I've met with President Xi. Here's what they think. They think America is in decline. They think they're in the ascendancy. Mm-hmm. While they built a ship, a boat, and a nuclear weapon while you and I have been talking. And they look at America, and what do they see in America? They see Americans debating whether a man can breastfeed.
Yes.
And they go,
Just feed.
yeah. Whether a man can breastfeed, like that's subject to debate in all these cultural wars. And they're convinced, they take the long view, but they're convinced that they're rising, America's declining. We've got to show them they're wrong. But Xi is calling a lot of, Xi could end that war in Ukraine and settle the Middle East tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Really?
All he'd have to do is call Putin and say, Putin, I want it stopped. And if Putin says, no, all she will say, look, I don't mean to embarrass you, but if you don't stop it, I'll punish you the rest of your natural life, and you won't be running Russia anymore. And
part of that's because China also has leverage on Russia because of the energy that Russia sells. They sell a ton of it to China. China
is asshole.
Anyway.
Stop. Same thing with Iran. He can back them off in a phone call.
Okay,
I've been to China many times.
So anyway, so there's Senator Kennedy doing Senator Kennedy things. Moving on, Sudan's trending. There's it's funny. I don't see any people protesting about Sudan right now. There is just a massacre going on there. There's a couple countries that are just that you think, oh wow, all these people were mad at Israel about Gaza. Apparently, Sudan's Rapid Support Forces, led by Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, seized El Fasher on October 26, 2025, after a 500-day siege, ending an 18-month siege that trapped over 250,000 civilians and marking the fall of the city's last major army stronghold in northern Darfur. The assault included killing of 460 patients and companions at the Saudi maternity hospital, verified by World Health Organization as a war crime involving summary executions and ethnic targeting of non-Arab groups. Alleged UAE arms support has bolstered RSF control amid civil war, displacing 12 million and causing famine, with global leaders condemning the atrocities. Yeah, they're killing everybody. It's a genocide. They're killing off the Christians in Sudan, and they're doing it in Nigeria. Nobody's talking about those places where it's, thousands and thousands and thousands of people have been killed. Anyone heard a word from Black Lives Matter activists and organizations about Sudan and the massacre of civilians? No, you haven't. And there's no one's protesting the street because it's not the Jews. It's not the Jews doing it. They don't give a shit. Also in the news, Casey Means. Now this is interesting. I'm not familiar with Casey Means, but apparently there's going to be hearings on Casey Means becoming the Surgeon General. Someone said, but the right called Biden crazy for making Rachel Levine Surgeon General. Now we have a literal witch up in front in confirmation hearings with Casey Means. Is there a doctor in the house? Yeah, people are skeptical of Casey Means. I'm not sure, though, how much of this is hyperbole. Midnight, why do you keep screaming at me? I'm not ignoring you. I'm just not, I'm reading off this other screen here. What okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes right here until you tell me why you're screaming at me. She wants you to play some dumb video. Oh, is that the Tom McDonald thing? What, is it in my DMs? I see. Oh, good Lord. Okay, girl, I'm gonna put we're gonna play it at the end if I like it. Let's find out. Here, hang on a second. All right. How long is it? Oh, it's only 20 seconds. Oh, Tom McDonald's gonna show us this Halloween. All right, we'll play this at the end of the show. Just thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Tom McDonald's face tats, but he's a pretty cool dude. I mean, he's just made a mistake several times. Okay. But anyway, so people are screaming about this nomination for the Surgeon General. Now, granted, we had Dr. Rachel Levine as the Surgeon General. Apparently, people are saying that Casey Means never completed a residency program, has an expired medical license, talks to trees, participates in full moon ceremonies, and has used illegal psychedelic mushrooms. She sounds like a party, man. What are you talking about? Now, this is, let's see, Advancing American Freedom Foundation. Casey Means deserves a Surgeon General warning. Oh, this is people who don't like her. Casey Means, President Trump's new nominee for Surgeon General, will testify before a virtual U.S. Senate committee hearing this Thursday. The Surgeon General holds the ranks of Vice Admiral, serves as an advisor to the Secretary of Health and Human Services, oversees the commission core, an on-call group of health professionals and issues health warnings. Previous Surgeon Generals have issued warnings about the dangers of smoking, AIDS, and other major public health crises. Now, Means' background: President Trump nominated Means due to her stature within the Make America Healthy Again movement, which aided his re-election along RFK Jr. The Means is the author of Good Energy, 2024, in which she argues that there's a surprising connection between metabolism and limitless health. She graduated from Stanford University and Stanford School of Medicine. Means embraces pagan practices such as talking to trees, working with the spiritual medium, and participating in full moon ceremonies while advocating for woke indigenous wisdom that conservatives have previously mocked. Means claims that an internal voice whispered to her to try illegal psychedelic mushrooms, which she began using in 2021 in order to find love. It is unclear whether Means continues to use cyclamen or something like that. Now that she is pregnant, she has previously advised avoiding Tylenol, reflux meds, and SAIDs. Unlicensed supplement hawker. Means is neither a board certified nor does she hold a medical license. She is ineligible to practice medicine and never completed a residency program. Means' newsletter and social media accounts were sponsored by probiotic, algae, and fiber supplement companies, as well as other eyebrow-raising partnerships. Learn more about Means' ties to supplements and other industries. There's links here, blah, blah, blah. So, and then the bottom line, Casey Means is fundamentally unqualified to serve as Surgeon General of the United States of America. The American people deserve the best and brightest making health policy, not an unlicensed neo-pagan supplement hawker. The president should reconsider his selection for Surgeon General. So I think the conservatives are not happy about her. But again, let's see. The New York Times, the doctor who hates medicine. Well, of course, the New York Times is not going to like anyone Trump nominate for anything. And look, if she's a quack, she shouldn't be Surgeon General. I mean, I'm sorry. Dr. Rachel Levine should have never been Surgeon General either. That was a travesty. And Dr. Levine wasn't even Surgeon General though, was he? Dr. Levine was like the associate second in charge surgeon something general advocate or some shit. But because Dr. Rachel Levine is transgender, he got all the fucking ink. Like, we saw him more than we saw the actual Surgeon General during the Biden administration, mainly because some people were making fun of him and the lefts were trying to promote him. So whatever. Now, Casey Means wrote about how she channeled moon magic, spoke to trees, and engaged in indigenous wisdom. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of concerned now. I'm kind of concerned. That says Casey Means confirmation hearing starts at 11 a.m. Welcome to the spooky season. Look, even here, Eric Erickson, he's a conservative. The Trump administration is attempting to place a Wiccan who engages in occult practices into the office of the Surgeon General, and a lot of Christians are applauding the appointment because they've let their politics shape their theology. Yeah, no. I'm saying no. I'm saying no. Let's just say no. So that's why she's trending. Let's talk about the shutdown. We'll finish out the show with talking about the shutdown. I don't have any articles open, and I will play the video. Midnight, I got you. It better be good. If it's not good, okay. So we're still in the shutdown. We talked a little bit about this yesterday. Government shutdown endangers SNAP benefits for $42 million as 25 states sue Trump administration. 25 states are suing the Trump administration. Avocados Diablo, thank you for the 223, the small bullet in the tip jar. Appreciate it. Where are you? There. Okay. AD says, there's nothing wrong with talking to trees. It's when they talk back you should be concerned. Damn right. Damn right. Thank you, Avocados Diablo. The U.S. government shutdown has reached its 29th day. Well, now 30th. With the USDA warning. That's so weird. I looked at my watch. It's 10:31 where I live. And I'm wait a minute. Is today Halloween? No, that's the time, dummy. Okay. With the USDA warning of suspended November SNAP payments for 42 million recipients, including 16 million children, 8 million seniors, and 1.2 million veterans. So again, this is Grok aggregates what people are talking about. And so you know what the talking points on each side are by how it summarizes these points. Despite a $6 billion contingency reserve available under the 1974 Food Stamp Act, 25 Democratic-led states and the District of Columbia filed a federal lawsuit on October 28th against the Trump administration, led by California Governor Gavin Newsom and Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison, shocker, demanding the release of funds to prevent food insecurity amid rising grocery prices. Republicans blame Democrats for blocking the clean funding bill 13 times in the Senate, while Democrats insist on extending Affordable Care Act subsidies expiring November 1st, which could double premiums for millions. Well, when they say double premiums, because they've been supplemented under a temporary supplement program that halved the premiums temporarily. We've talked about that ad nauseum over the last 2 days. Anyway, let's see. So, and then, oh my God, good job, Speaker of the House. I think this is Democrats panic as Speaker Johnson lists off their ransom demands to reopen the government. Let's see what he said here.
There are simple facts about the Democrat shutdown that everybody needs to recognize. Here's 4 of them.
Oh, we did this
First
already.
of all,
We've seen this multiple times. We got it. We got it, Speaker Johnson. But apparently Democrats in D.C. are panicking after this brutal moment on CNN. Listen to this. This is pretty good, actually. I saw this one.
Should the Democratic senators from New Mexico, your home state, vote to open the government so that these SNAP funds are not at risk?
Let me be clear. The administration is choosing to starve American children with money that they already have appropriated.
I'm not applauding their tactics.
That's not the question he asked. Yeah.
House.
Well,
this is a choice by the White House.
This is also, Congresswoman, this is also a choice by Senate Democrats to not vote to open the government. Yes, it is. I understand.
Oh, Jay Tapper. You know he's mad if he's going to blame the Democrats. You know this is serious. Wait a minute.
They're doing it. They're doing it because they want Medicaid funds restored. They're doing it because they want Obamacare premiums to be extended past the end of the year. I understand the reasoning.
But they did it. And the people know they did it.
For contingency plans is sitting there. That is why the states are suing. The White House is withholding funds from
2 to 3 weeks worth of SNAP funds.
Food.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it may not be a big deal to you, but let me
it is
tell
a big
you
deal
that
to
for
me.
the grandparents, for
You're lying.
that literally are feeding
Melanie, you're lying.
My point is that it's a short-term solution.
Melanie.
At the end of the day.
Melanie.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Okay, maybe not dog face, but definitely she a pony soldier. Yeah. Melanie!
Why the fuck you lying?
Melanie!
People need to be able to feed their families, and Saturday is when they
And she opened the government, bitch!
If you feel so strongly, Congresswoman, why not ask the Senate Democrats from New Mexico to vote
open
to
the
open
government.
the government so that the SNAP funds...
Sir, I am here in the House of Representatives. It is shut down. I am fighting to get the government reopened. I am fighting to get funding put back into SNAP that is already existent, and I am fighting for the American people. I am here to show me a single Republican that is here. Not a single one.
Doesn't matter. The House already voted for the government to be open.
Democratic Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury from New Mexico.
See, this is a game they're playing. And here's the thing. If they tank the economy, they don't care. They don't care. They're using these poor people, mostly their constituents, and they're holding them hostage. They're holding them hostage because they lost an election, and we have, the new budget's coming up in the next year. But we're still on Biden budget. You know that, right? We're still on the last budget. And they were going to fund it exactly how they've been doing it so far. Lying motherfuckers. But yeah, so if Tapper's not on your side. Now, here's the other side thinking they got something going on. Breaking in a powerful moment, Gavin Newsom just announced he is suing the Trump administration for suspending next month's SNAP benefits, despite having funds available. Okay, and?
These guys need to stop the BS in Washington, D.C.
Yes, hey, you got 2 senators from California, Adam Schiff and whoever the other idiot is. They could be voting to open the government tomorrow. They've voted against it 13 times. Talk to your senators, Governor. Talk to your senators.
They're sitting there in their prayer breakfasts.
Talk to your senator, bitch.
Maybe they got an edited version of Donald Trump's Bible, and they edited all of that out.
Talk to your senators.
Cruelty is the policy. That's what this
is. Your Democrat senators are banking on cruelty. You are using it as leverage.
Is about. It's intentional cruelty, intentionally creating anxiety.
Who's playing chicken here? That's why I named this episode Playing Chicken. And I don't like the fact that they're playing chicken, but god dang. You vote for a clean resolution over 20 times, a clean continuing resolution over 20 times over the last, 9 years, and all of a sudden you're going to try to negotiate things that don't belong in a resolution, and you're going to filibuster it and put, millions of people at risk, put the entire economy at risk because you're playing chicken. What was a terrible song anyway?
Millions and millions of people, 5.5 million here in our home state.
Well, talk to your senators, Gov.
My mind is pretty clear.
Talk to your senators.
These guys need.
No, you're not. You ain't winning shit. Some judge will say, "Oh, the Trump administration must do this." We'll see. Maybe. But you know what? Democrat senators put us on the brink. Someone said they'll vote for it at the last minute. They might. Someone here, Donald Trump deleted this from the government website. Let's be clear. There is funding available to cover SNAP benefits next month for 3 weeks. Trump is stopping SNAP benefits because he wants to. He is forcing mamas and babies to go hungry. That's Elizabeth Warren now. That's Elizabeth Warren. Pocahontas. The suggested note on this, Elizabeth Warren voted 13 times to keep the government shut down, causing SNAP disruptions. Democrats initiated the filibuster requiring 60 votes, stating they want to end the big, beautiful bill. The president does not vote in the Senate who are holding the government close. That's the other part. President Trump doesn't vote in the United States Senate, but Elizabeth Warren does. Elizabeth Warren does. Jessica Tarloff also. I either she's stupid. I don't know if there are any other choices. Here's Jessica Tarloff talking about, oh, these 42 million people are going to lose benefits.
I'm glad that you saw my tweet. It asked 3 million nasty people on the internet, but I knew exactly what I was saying. Because the point is.
Oh, by the way, she posted this with great power comes great responsibility. Republicans are in charge right now. They may not have the 60 votes, but they hold the gavel, and that means it's on them to negotiate. Negotiate what? Keeping the government open? They've offered to keep the government open at the current funding levels. What do they need to go? You don't negotiate on the continuing resolution. You negotiate on the other bills, subsequent bills. Here's what she said.
Is that with great power comes great responsibility. I heard that once.
In a Spider-Man movie,
and
moron.
Republicans are in charge. They're not 60 votes in charge, but they've got a majority of the way there.
Yeah.
And when you are in charge and you don't have all the votes that you need, it is incumbent upon you to make a deal with the people whose votes you need. And based on prior voting for CRs.
How many deals did the Democrats make when they were coming up with the Affordable Care Act? They didn't make any deals. They rammed it through. STFU.
You know that there are moderate Democrats who would certainly be willing to have a conversation with you.
No, they're not. That's if they were, they would have already done it. They would have kept the government open and had the negotiations in the proper manner, but they're not doing that.
If you would do that properly timed, not open up the government.
You mean, what do you mean not open up the government? Properly timed would be under the normal process after the continuing resolution, like we've done the last 20 times they've had continuing resolutions. I give you just a whole bunch of different Democrats who talked about this in the past, that you don't hold the nation hostage when you're trying to keep the government funding. You can take your pet issues afterwards and you can discuss it then. Yeah, when you were in charge. Oh, but now that you want to try to get your little legislative priorities done, we can filibuster and hold the American people hostage. And if SNAP benefits be damned.
And then make the same promises that they have for months. I mean, this has been going on since the big, beautiful bill was signed, that they've been saying, yeah, we want to do something on ACA premiums. And then they keep kicking the can down the road. We know that Harry Enton is
they're going to fund the government. You didn't want to.
There will be another clip with the reverse story out about what's going on. And so I'll do the work for him. Harry Enton put up the Navigator survey, which shows that the American public is blaming the Republicans by 14 points now, and it was just 10 points last week. The story about Democrats cutting off SNAP benefits.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He said that Republicans have been gaining ground on this.
List ones, and Mike Johnson feels terrible, is how you say BS. Mike Johnson, in his big, beautiful bill, $186 billion gone from the SNAP program. And in the 2018 shutdown, Donald Trump made sure that people got their SNAP benefits because he knows that it's important. And that's why Josh Hawley wants to have a standalone bill about SNAP. Josh Hawley, who also wants a standalone bill to make sure that people get their Medicaid coverage back because the big, beautiful bill takes it away. So, Gregory, that is how...
It takes it away from people who aren't eligible for it. It takes it away from people who aren't eligible for it.
I have shown you that my tweet wasn't dumb, that I'm not dumb, and that this is the Republicans' fault.
Your tweet is dumb, Jessica. It's not the Republicans' fault. All right, let's see. Clean CR is trending. Same kind of shit, so I'm not going to go through that. And then Snap and Wick. Everyone's having a fight about this. Chuck Schumer says, we just tried to pass Senate Lujan's bill to keep both Snap and Wick, but Senator Thune objected. And some Democrats have voted to keep the government closed 13 times. breaking, Senator Lujan from New Mexico went on the Senate floor to pass his Keep, SNAP, and WIC funded act so 42 million Americans can continue to get food aid during a shutdown. Republican leader Thune and Senate Republicans blocked it because of Republicans, people go hungry. Who shut down the government? It wasn't Republicans. People just, but that's the only reason they threw this out there. It's the only reason they threw this out there. This is an absurd statement. Democrats could have kept SNAP and WIC funded at any point over the last month, but they voted no 13 times. Senator Schumer is trying to keep the government closed indefinitely while also giving himself cover. Nobody believes him. All right. So there you go. And then also just if you didn't know, Trump is demanding a probe into Jack Smith and the FBI's Walter Giardina and DOJ officials from the prior administration, which is just interesting, but I don't have time for it because I promised midnight I would play a video. Damn it. Tom McDonald, this is only 20 seconds long. Tom McDonald's going to talk about his Halloween costume for this year. This better be good, midnight. This better be damn good. Three, two, one, go.
Yeah, so I've decided to dress up as a liberal for Halloween this year, and I wanted to show you guys the costume. And I also wanted to let you know that I'm dropping a brand new music video this Friday at 9 a.m. Happy Halloween.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, so
I'm playing it
I
again.
decided to dress up as a liberal for Halloween this year, and I wanted to show you guys the costume.
Okay, midnight, you get one. Yeah, baby, way to go. Oh Lord. Okay, that's funny shit. Okay, guys, tomorrow's Free for All Friday. Now, I would like you to come to the show. I hate to give homework, but I hate to give homework. Oh, by the way, there's a whole bunch of shit in the aggregator. I didn't even look at it, but I saw the headlines, and there's all kinds of good stuff in there. So there you go. Here's what we need from you tomorrow, because tomorrow is Free for All Friday and Friday Q&A. And of course, on Friday Q&A, we like to have some thoughtful, thought-provoking questions of substance, and we don't want frivolous fluff. So I want you to come prepared with at least one question, as many of you often do. It's always more than one. And and we'll have a good time doing Free for All Friday. I'm going to try to get here as early as possible, but work lately has been crazy, so I'm just getting later and later, and it kind of sucks. We're starting to get used to the flow in the new side of the building that we moved to, so maybe that'll make things better. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Here are today's links in the chat there, and they'll be in the description as always. I need to leave. Thank you, Avocados Diabli, superstar spots of the day. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you for the people who shared the stream. You all are awesome. I'll see you tomorrow. You have a wonderful day. My name's Dawg Knight, and I am out of here. Bye. Bye. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and thank you for watching today on the Dawg Knight Channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.